2025 그리스도 TV 시청자 여러분 안녕하십니까? 7월 30일 수요일 오후 11시 10분입니다. 2025 그리스도 TV를 시작하도록 하겠습니다. 이번 시간은 영어 성경을 읽도록 하겠습니다. 영어 성경 구약 성경입니다. 사무엘상 15장 1절부터 영어 성경으로 읽어보도록 하겠습니다. Samuel also said unto Saul, The Lord sent me to another day to be a king over his people, over Israel. Now therefore hearken thou unto the voice of the words of the Lord. Thus says the Lord of hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way when he came up from Egypt. Now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have and spare them not, but slay both men and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass. And Saul gathered the people together and numbered them in Adulaim, 200,000 footmen and 10,000 men of Judah. And Saul came to a city of Amalek and laid wait in the valley. And Saul said unto the Canaanites, Go depart, get you down from among the Amalekites, lest I destroy you with them, for ye showed kindness to all the children of Israel when they came up out of Egypt. So the Canaanites departed from among the Amalekites. And Saul smote the Amalekites from Havilah until thou comest to Shur, that is over against Egypt. And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive, and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword. But Saul and the people spared Agag and the best of the sheep and of the oxen and of the fatlings and the lambs and all that was good, and would not utterly destroy them, but everything that was vile and refuse that they destroyed utterly. Then came the word of the Lord unto Samuel, saying, It repents me that I have set up Saul to be king, for he is turned back from following me, and has not performed my commandments, and it grieved Samuel, and he cried unto the Lord all night. And when Samuel rose early to meet Saul in the morning, it was told Samuel, saying, Saul came to Carmel, and behold, he set him up a place, and is gone about, and passed on, and gone down to Gilgal. And Samuel came to Saul, and Saul said unto him, Blessed be thou of the Lord. I have performed the commandment of the Lord. And Samuel said, what means then this breathing of the sheep in mine ears, and the lowing of the oxen with I hear? And Saul said, they have brought them from the Amalekites, but the people spared the best of the sheep and of the oxen to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God, and the rest we have utterly destroyed. Then Samuel said unto Saul, Stay, and I will tell thee what the Lord has said to me this night. And he said unto him, Say on. And Samuel said, when thou wast little in thine own sight, wast thou not made the head of the tribes of Israel, and the Lord anointed thee king over Israel. And the Lord sent thee on a journey, and said, Go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites, and fight against them until they be consumed. Wherefore then didst thou not obey the voice of the Lord, but didst fly upon the spoil, and didst evil in the sight of the Lord? And Saul said unto Samuel, Yea, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord, and have gone the way which the Lord sent me, and have brought Agag, the king of Amalek, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. But the people took of the spoil, sheep and oxen, the chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God in Gilgal. And Samuel said, Has the Lord as a great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of lambs. For liberally on is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as inequality, and idolatry. because though he has rejected the word of the Lord, he has also rejected from being king. And Saul said unto Samuel, I have sinned, for I have transgressed the commandment of the Lord and thy words, because I feared the people and obeyed their voice. Now therefore I pray thee, pardon my sin, and turn again with me, that I may worship the Lord. And Samuel said unto Saul, I will not listen with thee, for thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, and the Lord has rejected thee from being a king over Israel. And as Samuel turned about to go away, he laid hold upon the skirt of his mantle, and it lent. And Samuel said unto him, the Lord has lent the kingdom of Israel from thee this day, and has given it to a neighbor of thine that is better than thou. And also the strength of Israel will not lie, nor repent, for he is not a man that he should repent. Then he said, I have sinned, yet honor me now, I pray thee, before the elders of my people and before Israel, and turn again with me, that I may worship the Lord thy God. So Samuel turned again after Saul, and Saul worshipped the Lord. Then said Samuel, bring ye hither to me Agag, the king of the Amalekites. And Agag came unto him delicately, and Agag said, surely the bitterness of death is past. And Samuel said, as thy sword has made a woman childless, so shall thy mother be childless among women. And Samuel hewed Agag in pieces before the Lord in Gilgal. Then Samuel went to Ramah, and Saul went up to his house to Gibeah of Saul. And Samuel came no more to see Saul until the day of his death. Nevertheless, Samuel mourned for Saul, and the Lord repented that he had made Saul king of Israel. And the Lord said unto Samuel, how long wilt thou mourn for Saul, seeing I rejected him from reigning over Israel? Fill thine horn with oil, and go, I will send thee to Isaiah the Bethlehemite, for I have provided me a king among his sons. And Samuel said, how can I go? If Saul hear it, he will kill me. And the Lord said, take an heifer with thee, and say, I am come to sacrifice to the Lord. And call Isaiah to the sacrifice, and I will show thee what thou shalt do. And thou shalt anoint unto me him whom I name unto thee. And Samuel did that which the Lord spake, and they came to Bethlehem, and the elders of the town trembled at his coming, and said, comest thou peaceably? And he said, peacefully, I am come to sacrifice unto the Lord. Sacrifice yourselves and come with me to the sacrifice. And he sacrificed it. Isa and his sons and called them to the sacrifice. And he came to pass when they were come that he looked on Eliab and said, surely the Lord's anointed is before him. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord sees not as man sees, for man looks on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart. Then Isa called Abinadab and made him pass before Samuel. And he said, neither has the Lord chosen this. Then Isa made Shammah to pass by, and he said, neither has the Lord chosen this. Again, Isa made 7 of his sons to pass before Samuel. And Samuel said unto Isa, the Lord has not chosen this. And Samuel said unto Isa, hear all thy children. And he said, there remains yet the youngest, and behold, he keeps the sheep. And Samuel said unto Isa, and send and fetch him. For we will not sit down till he come hither. And he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy and wither of a beautiful countenance and goodly to look to. And the Lord said, arise, anoint him, for this is he. Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren, and the Spirit of the Lord came upon David from that day forward. So Samuel rose up and went to Ramah. But the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from the Lord troubled him. And Saul's servants said unto him, behold, now an evil spirit from God troubles thee. Let our Lord now command thy servants which are before thee to seek out a man who is a cunning player on harp, and it shall come to pass when the evil spirit from God is upon thee, that he shall pray with his hand, and thou shalt be well. And Saul said unto his servants, provide me now a man that can pray well, and bring him to me. Then answered one of the servants and said, behold, I have seen a son of Isai the Bethlehemite, that is cunning in playing, and mighty by all valiant men, and man above all, and prudent in matters, and a comely person, and the Lord is with him. Wherefore Saul sent messengers unto Isai and said, Send me David thy son, which is with the sheep. And Isai took an ass laden with bread and better of wine and kid, and sent them by David his son unto Saul. And David came to Saul and stood before him, and he loved him greatly, and he became his armor bearer. And Saul sent to Isai, saying, Let David, I pray thee, and stand before me, for he has found favor in my sight. And it came to pass, when the evil spirit from God was upon Saul, that David took on a harp and prayed with him in hand. So Saul was refreshed and was well, and the evil spirit departed from him. And now the Philistines gathered together. Their army is too better, and we are gathered together at Sogo, which belongs to Judah, and pitched between Sogo and Ase. Sogo and Asega in Ebes-Damim. 후라시가 잠시 꺼져서 방송이 잠시 중단되었습니다. 계속하겠습니다. And Saul and the men of Israel, we all gathered together and pitched by the belly of Ella, and set the battle in array against the Philistines. And the Philistines stood on a mountain on the one side, and Israel stood on a mountain on the other side, and there was a battle between them. And there went out a champion out of the camp of the Philistines, named Goliath of God, whose height was 6 cubits and the span. And he had an helmet of brass upon his head, and he was armed with a coat of mail, and the weight of the coat was 5,000 shekels of brass. And he had greaves of brass upon his legs, and a target of brass between his shoulders. And the staff of his spear was like a weaver's beam, and his spears had weighed 600 shekels of iron, and one bearing a shield went before him. And he stood and cried unto the armies of Israel and said unto them, Why are ye come out to set your battle in array? Am not I a Philistine, and ye servants to Saul? Choose you a man for you, and let him come down to me. If he be able to fight with me and to kill me, then will we be your servants. But if I prevail against him and kill him, then shall ye be our servants and serve us. And the Philistine said, I defy the armies of Israel this day. Give me a man that we may fight together. When Saul and all Israel heard those words of the Philistine, they were dismayed and greatly afraid. Now David was the son of Ebrad of Bethlehem, whose name was Isai, and he had 8 sons. And the man went among men for an old man in the days of Saul. And the 3 eldest sons of Isai went and followed Saul to the battle. And the names of his 3 sons that went to the battle were Eliab, the firstborn, and next unto him Nadab, and the third Shammah. And David was the youngest, and the 3 eldest followed Saul. But David went and returned from Saul to feed his father's sheep at Bethlehem, and the Philistine drew near among and evening and presented himself 40 days. And he said unto David his son, Take now for thy brethren on Eva of his parched corn, and these 10 loaves, and run to the camp to thy brethren, and carry these 10 cheeses unto the captain of their 1,000, and look how thy brethren fare, and take their praise. Now Saul and they and all the men of Israel, we are in the belly of Ella, fighting with Philistines. And David rose up early in the morning and left the sheep with a keeper, and took and went as Isai had commanded him, and he came to the turret as the host was going forth to the fight, and shouted for the battle. For Israel and the Philistines had put the battle in array, army against army, and David left his carriage in the hand of the keeper of the carriage, and ran into the army, and came and saluted his brethren. And as he talked with them, behold, there came up the champion, the Philistine, against Goliath. By name, out of the army is of the Philistines, and spake according to the same words, and David heard them, and all the men of Israel, when they saw the man brought from him, and we are sore afraid, and the men of Israel said, have ye seen this man that is come up surely to defy Israel? Is he come up, and it shall be that the man who kills him, the king will enrich him with great riches, and will give him his daughter, and make his father's house free in Israel. And David spake to the man that stood by him, saying, what shall be done to the man that kills this Philistine, and takes away the leprosy from Israel? For who is this uncircumcised Philistine, that he should defy the armies of the living God? And the people answered him after this manner, saying, so shall it be done to the man that kills him. And Eliab, his eldest brother, heard when he spake unto the man, and Eliab's anger was kindled against David, and he said, why camest thou down hither, and with whom hast thou left those few sheep in the wilderness? I know thy price, and the not tidiness of thine heart, for thou art come down that thou mightest see to better. And David said, what have I now done? Is there not a cause? And he turned from him toward another, and spake after the same manner, and the people answered him again after the former manner. And when the words we heard which David spake, they hear them before Saul, and he sent for him. And David said to Saul, let no man's heart fail because of him. Thy servant will go and fight with this Philistine. And Saul said to David, thou art not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him, for thou art bold youth, and he a man of war from his youth. And David said unto Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear, and took a lamb out of the flock. And I went out after him, and smote him, and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard, and beard, and smote him, and slew him. The serpent slew both the lion and the bear. And this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, seeing he has defied the armies of the living God. David said, moreover, the Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bear. He will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine. And Saul said unto David, go, and the Lord be with thee. And Saul armed David with his armor, and he put on a helmet of brass upon his head. Also he armed him with a coat of mail. And David girded his sword upon his armor. And he essayed to go, for he had not proved it. And David said unto Saul, I cannot go with these, for I have not proved them. And David put them off him. This day will the Lord deliver thee into mine hand. And he took his staff in his hand and chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook, and put them in a shepherd's bag, which he had even in a scrip, and his sling was in his hand, and he drew near to the Philistine, and the Philistine came on and drew near unto David, and the man that bare the shield went before him. And when the Philistine looked about and saw David, he disdained him, for he was but a youth and lordly, and of a fair countenance. And the Philistine said to David, am I a dog that thou comest to me with staves? And the Philistine cursed David by his gods. And the Philistine said to David, come to me, and I will give thy property unto the fowls of the air, and to the beasts of the field. Then said David to the Philistine, thou comest to me with a sword, and with a spear, and with a shield, but I come to thee in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defiled. This day will the Lord deliver thee into my hand, and I will smite thee, and take thine head from thee, and I will give the carcasses of the host of the Philistines this day unto the fowls of the air, and to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is God in Israel. And all this assembly shall know that the Lord saves, not with the sword and the spear, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you into our hands. And it came to pass when the Philistine arose and came and drew nigh to meet David, that David hasted and ran toward the army to meet the Philistine. And David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slang it and smote the Philistine in his forehead, that the stone sunk into his forehead, and he fell upon his face to the earth. So David prevailed over the Philistine with sling and with stone and smote the Philistine and slew him, but there was no sword in the hand of David. Therefore, David ran and stood upon the Philistine and took his sword and drew it out of the sheath thereof, and slew him and clove his head therewith. And when the Philistines saw their champion was dead, they cried. And the men of Israel and of Judah arose and shouted and pursued the Philistines until to come to the valley and to the gates of Ekron, and the wounded of the Philistines fell down by the way to Saaraim, even unto Gad and unto Ekron. And the children of Israel returned from chasing after the Philistines, and they spoiled their tents. And David took the head of the Philistine and brought it to Jerusalem, but he put his armor in his tent. And when Saul saw David go forth against the Philistine, he said unto Abner, the captain of the host, Abner, whose son is this youth? And Abner said, as thy soul lives, O king, I cannot tell. And the king said, inquire to whose son the stripe ring is. And as David returned from the slaughter of the Philistine, Abner took him and brought him before Saul with the head of the Philistine in his hand. And Saul said to him, whose son art thou, O young man? And David answered, I am the son of thy servant Isaac Bethlehemite. And it came to pass when he had made an end of speaking unto Saul, that this soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul. And Saul took him that day and would let him go no more home to his father's house. Then Jonathan and David made a covenant because he loved him as his own soul, and Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that was upon him and gave it to David and his garments, even to his sword and to his bow and to his girdle. And David went out whithersoever Saul sent him, and behaved himself wisely. And Saul set him over the men of war, and he was accepted in the sight of all the people, and also in the sight of Saul's servants. And it came to pass as they came when David was returned from the slaughter of the Philistine, that the woman came out of all cities of Israel, singing and dancing to meet King Saul with tablets with joy and with instruments of music. And the woman answered one another as they prayed and said, Saul has slain his thousands of David his 10,000. And Saul was very wroth and saying, this pleased him, and he said, they have ascribed unto David 10,000, and to me they have ascribed but Saul's gentle, and what can he have more but the kingdom? And Saul eyed David from that day and forward. And it came to pass on the morrow that the evil spirit from God came upon Saul, and he prophesied in the midst of the house, and David prayed with his hand as at other times, and there was Yabrin in Saul's hand. And Saul cast the Yabrin, for he said, I will smite David even to the wall with it. And David did out of his presence twice. And Saul was afraid of David because the Lord was with him and was departed from Saul. Therefore Saul removed him from him and made him his captain over 1,000. And he went out and came in before the people. And David behaved himself wisely in all his ways, and the Lord was with him. Wherefore, when Saul saw that he behaved himself very wisely, he was afraid of him. But all Israel and Judah loved David because he went out and came in before them. And Saul said to David, behold, my elder daughter Merab, her will I give thee to a wife? Only be too brilliant for me, and fight the Lord's battles. For Saul said, let not mine hand be upon him, but let the hand of the Philistines be upon him. And David said unto Saul, who am I, and what is my life, or my father's family is Israel, that I should be a son-in-law to the king? But it came to pass at the time when Merab, Saul's daughter, should have been given to David, that she was given unto Adriel the whole lot site to wife. And Michal, Saul's daughter, loved David, and they told Saul, and the thing pleased him. And Saul said, I will give him her, that she may be a snare to him, and that the hand of the Philistines may be against him. Wherefore Saul said to David, thou shalt this day be my son-in-law in the one of the twain. And Saul commanded his servants, saying, commune with David secretly, and say, behold, the king has delight in thee, and all his servants love thee. Now therefore be the king's son-in-law. And Saul's servants spake those words in the ears of David. And David said, shame so it to you a light thing to be a king's son, in seeing that I am a poor man, and lightly esteemed. And the servants of Saul told him, saying, on this manner spake David. And Saul said, thus shall ye say to David, the king desires not any dowry, but 100 poor skins of the Philistines to be avenged of the king's enemies. But Saul sought to make David fall by the hand of the Philistines. And when his servants told David these words, it pleased David well to be the king's son-in-law, and the days we are not expired. Wherefore David arose and went, he and his men, and slew of the Philistines 200 men, and David brought their poor skins, and they gave them in full tail to the king, that he might be the king's son-in-law. And Saul gave him Michal, his daughter, to wife. And Saul saw and knew that the Lord was with David, and that Michal, Saul's daughter, loved him. And Saul was yet the more afraid of David, and Saul became David's enemy continually. And then the princes of the Philistines went forth, and it came to pass after they went forth that David behaved himself more wisely than all the servants of Saul, so that his name was much set by. 사무엘상 18장 30절까지 읽어보았습니다. 다음은 19장인데 19장은 다음 시간에 읽어보도록 하겠습니다. 2025 그리스도 TV를 시청해 주신 분께 감사드리겠습니다. 안녕히 계십시오.